banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Polley, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really good job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. I mean, anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Now on first down from the 30. Running inside, it's Martin. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late, blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here's a give to Washington. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Husky.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, he races some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Becker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Man, you got to love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
Wilson will throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the ground.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Huskies. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wilson to pass. Rushes on. Trying to get away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Second down, gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Left side is Becker. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Drops back. It's Hoover. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. Upstairs, he's got it. Gashing the D on the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana! On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass.
Number 15, set to kick it away.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Williams. Out wide right, it's Moss.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Williams will pass. They're all over him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Richard. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. The Hoosiers want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Marsh. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Gain of 19 on the play.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Breaks through, it's Richard. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Motion from the back. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Tosses it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Throwing, Williams. Fires quickly. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tight end now in motion. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll give it to Washington. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. This quarterback part of their running game. Maybe a crease. He's inside the 40. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Husky. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. It's caught. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Just keep slinging it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Moving the pocket, it's Hoover. Looking left. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Williams. Intercepted to stop the threat. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quick give. It's Richard. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
The offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking to throw for it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Fights off a defender. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
Well, this guy came ready to play today, man. That is an unbelievable diving catch. He has been unstoppable today. Over 100 yards receiving already. Doesn't matter where he lines up. But if you're going to make catches like that, you're going to get a lot of throws coming your way. We've still got a lot of football to go, guys.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second and long here. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Going long. Snags it inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. He'll set up to throw. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5.
16. Number 15. Set to kick this one.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Rush right in his face. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Selling the fake. Left side is shot. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with San Diego State taking on the number 5 team, the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Aztecs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Washington right back to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Washington again. He's got the first down. Racing down the left side. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Husky. He got a step and just dusted the field. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with some swag and some speed with a 73-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Lofts one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Out wide left, it's Richard. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Richard. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. defense gets set for second down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. To the air, it's Hoover. He's got the back in the middle. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. The Hoosiers go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Sends it back in motion. Second down to the air. Left side, it's Martin. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quickly out to the tight end. Delivers the stiff arm. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Making the adjustment on the play. And send the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Washington. There he goes. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Huskies start flying down the field. Trying to establish the run. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. He's going to let it go. Goes high to pull it in. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Indiana! And the comeback is on. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll try the right side. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They want to run this quarterback. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams looking for a man. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Handoff from the gun. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth.
They put on the heat and they blocked it. He's got it, looking for a big return. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Indiana. They looked finished, but they weren't. Still up. Extra point here will give them the lead. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. On the return, it's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Hand it to the back. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Williams. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking for running room. At the 35, he's open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Here's a give to Washington. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to Washington again. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive gain, nice positive toss play.
Motion from the wideout. On the ground with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Defense will stop the clock. 2:04 remaining. They'll have the 2-minute timeout coming as well.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
You know, if you're going to defend the slant route, you've got to be physical near the line of scrimmage. You saw that on defense there.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Moving past the 25. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Now Washington uses his third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll ride him again. Just smothered on the play. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Moves the pocket. It's Hoover. Look out! And it's incomplete on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able...
Runs through a man. He might have space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The offense comes out needing a score here, down one possession. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's changing the play. Third down from the gun, Williams. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game.